is the day that I bring honor back to my family. Y'all let me know which movie that came from. Today, I am finna chillax. Just relax and do whatever's. Confirmation. Still. You know what? I'ma just still chillax. You know what? I have some things in my pocket. So screw it. I don't know how long we finna stay on here. I don't think I really care. So guess what? It's time for me to use what I have in my pocket. A few electromagnets. And that's it. Just some copper. And I'm gonna go and build some things. Probably freestyle while I'm at it. Yeah. Who cares about the opinion of others, especially if they have something negative to say? Which is true. Honestly, to people like that who hide behind screens, you shouldn't take their opinion seriously. I'd respect the person who's actually trying to see you be a better person instead of trying to bring you down. I respect people like that more. Let me try this real quick. Been a bit since I've tried that coil design. Yeah, extend. Extend like the wealth of generations. Extend like that one family member that does nothing. Extend like Spider-Man's webs. And give me liberty or give me death. I'll give you a socket or whatever. Let's see. Oh, nobody, hold on. Favorite land animal, water animal, air animal. You're lucky because today I get to look at the comment section. Now, favorite land animal. Weirdly enough, I would say lion, but it's a snake. I don't know why. They scare me. At the same time, they're interesting. Mainly because I just like how they coil their prey. It's weirdly satisfying. I don't know how to describe it. And in mode, hello. But yeah, in terms of land animals, I'd say it's a snake. Either a snake or a lion or a tiger. Now, favorite aquatic creature. It could be an octopus. Because I love how they're intelligent. It could also be a turtle because they be vibing, chilling, doing whatever. I would say orca or sea lions, depending on which one it is, they're basically nothing but lovable wolves / dogs. Dang. I'd probably have to go with, honestly, probably a whale shark. Only because of their massive size. Like if you ever went to an aquarium and you seen a juvenile one, because I guarantee you they're not gonna keep a fully grown whale shark there. If you ever get the chance to see a juvenile one, you would see how large it is. And it gives you that same exact feeling of what Alan Grant, Ellie Sattler, and Ian Malcolm experienced at Jurassic Park. Just seeing something that, yes, you know exists, but seeing it right in front of you. That's just a whole different type of feeling. Yeah. Last but not least, the air animals. Birds. Just I can't pinpoint which one. Just birds. I love them all. And I'd probably say hummingbirds because they're beautiful. If you ever get to see one in your lifetime, I guarantee you hummingbirds are beautiful when they hover. Man, I hope my nephew remember it. But yeah, snakes, whale sharks, and hummingbirds. Now, let's see. MO. Yes, I have dancing videos on my YouTube. Have you not seen the avocado dance? Yeah, but me dancing right now, I don't feel like it. But I do have videos if you do want to see me dance. I actually have a lot. Nah, the recent one, hold on. The recent one is a partial music video where I did a part of my song. I danced to a part of it where it started with striking down this ground. You feel this mighty aura finally shaking the ground. I'd rather die than bow down, rather bow down to God's crown. I am a magical wizard that can see the ultrasound. I'm always happy, but sometimes I frown. Then it ends off like that. If you can find that video, that's the most recent one. But yeah. And speaking of that, let's talk about how snakes really don't be bothering people. They scared, bro. Like, I'm gonna be so honest with you. Snakes are really scary. The only reason they coil up is because they're scared. And when you really look at that, even if they do bite you, just know that they scary. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's like a deeper truth that people just don't want to admit. And I see why, because if I'm being honest, those people who would say that snakes are scary or are intimidating are those who just don't understand animals in general. And I mentioned that to mention what I experienced yesterday. Yesterday, I had a raccoon approach me. Yes, it was random. Like, spiritually for me, I know what that meant, but that raccoon approached me. I was a little nervous, but I was like, okay, it got this close. It didn't hiss. It doesn't look like it's gonna attack. Let me just not move. And it just sniffed my leg and just walked off. And I was like, huh, that was weird. But yeah, just to say that, to say this, animals have emotions too. Because if I would have made any sudden movement, that raccoon would have gotten scared and attacked me. But because I didn't, I was safe. The same way with birds. Like, you ever wonder why you can't approach a bird? That's because they're probably scared of you. Not to say that you're not a great person, but they're animals. They don't understand, or at the very least, unless you're kind to a specific bird, not a specific species, but a specific bird, no matter if it's a cardinal, blue jay, finch, sparrow, like if you just show kindness to that one particular bird, they'll get comfy with you. And it's the same way with cats. It's the same way with this freaking white one that be around here. Like, the white one knows that I won't attack him, or no, I won't attack her. And you will see why she is a her. But she's always scared when humans come around. Yet she is slightly nervous of me, but she knows that I don't attack her. Like, we stay out of each other's ways. And because of that, that also adds on to the fact that animals have emotions, animals get scared, and animals attack out of fear. And once you realize that it's just a fear response, now all of a sudden, I'm gonna be honest with you, now all of a sudden, all of those animals are more likely to attack you. Sometimes, especially for like predators, sometimes you're just a meal. Other times, especially if they're not looking for trouble, you're either in their territory and they're getting defensive. And again, it's something animalistic because human beings do this subconsciously, and we don't, I won't even say we, but most human beings don't realize this, especially in terms of partners, locations, as well as just everyday interactions. You ever wonder why the flight or fight mode or system is inside your body? That's why. It's animalistic, because we're animals ourselves. And because of that, whenever we're scared, we're either gonna fight or attack, be defensive, or we're gonna run. It's our animal instincts kicking in. So whenever you see a snake coil up, don't be afraid. Just know that snake is just as scared of you as you are of it. Doesn't mean it ain't gonna attack you. It just means that you know exactly why it's scared. And because of that, you're gonna be A-okay. At least if you get away quick enough. Ooh, I don't even want to get into freaking water moccasins or black mambas. Or even, ooh, what's those, not the gaboon viper. Not the Amazon tree snake. Which is the green boa too. Like, have y'all seen those fangs? Those fangs are, oh God. If you ever get bit, it's gonna be hard to get that type of snake off of you. But there's another snake. I forgot because they flare up their necks when they're about to attack or when they feel threatened. I think it's called a toucan. I don't know. They're like the second deadliest, if not the deadliest snake, most venomous snake on the planet. And they're in Africa. But they flail up their necks vertically, not horizontally, but vertically. And what is it with these snakes that just, ties into the defensive type of mechanism? Snakes will try to make themselves feel as big as possible, intimidate, and even strike at you. And when you realize that, when you realize snakes will just intimidate you and even go as far as attacking you to make you, not even make you, but let you know, hey, don't come around me and don't come around here. Yeah. I'm still not finna go give, I am still not finna go near no snake. At the same exact time, however, if I ever see a snake and it just slithers away, I'm not gonna be scared. I'll probably keep it around for my kids or whatever, because kids and elderly are susceptible to anything poisonous and venomous. And really, we all know why. For snakes, not for snakes, but for babies, because their bodies are small, they're able to absorb it in a more potent fashion. And if you're an elderly, that same amount of venom will go throughout your body. And those defense mechanisms that you built up in your 30s and 20s are already weakened. As is, you're basically in the same state as a baby. So now you have two range of people who are susceptible to being unalived by a snake's venom. And that's because of babies and kids, babies and small kids. Babies and small kids are more susceptible because their bodies are smaller. And the venom, which probably wouldn't have the same effect in an adult, will be more potent in those children, which is why people, especially mothers, are very defensive over their own child/children. And for elderlies, because their bodies aren't as they used to, their defense mechanisms aren't as they used to. So the same things that used to protect them are failing. It's like, it's like this piece of metal. When it constantly bends over and 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 over again, it's gonna get to the point where when you bend it, it's gonna break. And that's what's happening in the elderly. Sometimes it's working without breaking. Other times it just breaks completely to the point where it fails automatically. So yeah, the next time something that seems like it's harmless come around, make sure you're elderly and make sure your kids are safe. Because otherwise, if they are not safe, I can guarantee you 10 times out of 10, those kids and those elderly are gonna be susceptible to things that we adults can handle just like that. But because of how they are in their stage in life, they're more vulnerable. It's kind of sad, but you do what you can. Freak, let me get back to this freaking inductor, bro. Over here talking about animals. I mean, I do love animals, though. Right? Because they're a part of us. You feel what I'm saying? Like, don't think that just because an animal is an animal, that means you both ain't the same. No, y'all are way more similar than y'all think. Because you and every other creature on this planet has a flight or fight sense of system inside of you. Some humans are territorial, and some that are messed up in the head do cannibalize others. And speaking of cannibalism, the Majungasaurus, did you know that the Majungasaurus is freaking cannibalistic? I did not know that. At least not last year, not until last year. Now I know it, but last year I didn't know that until I watched freaking not Camp Cretaceous, Chaos Theory. And I was like, hold on, is that true? I go and freaking Google it, quick Google search. I'm like, oh my God, they cannibalized each other. Which was really interesting. And again, Chaos Theory, still the best Jurassic story that could have ever came out. Specifically, season 2. I wouldn't say season 3 because of obvious reasons, but season 2, oh, absolutely. That is a pure Jurassic story. They didn't even use the Tyrannosaur nor Velociraptors. Yes, they had Atrociraptors, but they only had 2 creatures and beings that were really the big bads, and those were the Majungasaurus, the Suchomimus, and the big bad was the blind Baryonyx, which got fooled by an Atrociraptor who basically observed that, oh, the clicking works for you and you're blind and you follow directions. Let me go copy him. And the Baryonyx turned on his maker, right? And that is the perfect, and I stand on this, that is the perfect Jurassic story that is better than Dominion, better than Jurassic World, better than freaking Fallen Kingdom, and even better than Rebirth. Even though Rebirth is a fresh new start for the series, that season of Chaos Theory is the best in terms of being the closest to the original movie that is Jurassic Park. That is the best and the closest, and I stand on that. Because aside from the second and third movies of the franchise, Chaos Theory Chaos Theory season 2, the best one. And I guarantee you, when you watch it all the way through, you're like, we need more movies like this. And they not only switched up dinosaurs, but they focused more on them. It's not about adding more dinosaurs. It's about seeing more of them do more things, right? Which is why, to this day, I like Jurassic Park 3 more than The Lost World. And that's because they introduced a new big bad, which is the Spinosaurus. And I love that. Because it's like, we don't have to focus on a T-Rex. There are other big bads, there are other dinosaurs that are just as dangerous, if not more dangerous, than a Tyrannosaurus, especially if you get placed in certain situations where the Tyrannosaurus fails in that terrain, but it succeeds in another. Which is why Dominion, when it first came out, it was like, it's like candy as a kid. When you first got it, it was magical, it was lovely, it was this, that, and the third. But now as an adult, or now as time passed, you just learn that you really don't like it like that. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Because of that fact, that's really why I don't like Dominion as much as I did back then. Because honestly, it was just fan service. Like, the movie creators were like, okay, let's put as much dinosaurs in here, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. But you didn't really give any time to shine, right? And that's another reason why Jurassic Park works, why The Lost World works, why Jurassic Park 3, despite having a messed up freaking schedule, still works. And that's only because of the fact that those two, I wouldn't even say those two, that's because those movies focused on those dinosaurs that were showcased. They didn't always just revert to, oh, let's go use T-Rex, oh, let's go use Velociraptor. We always got them. Let's use them. Let's use them. Let's use them. And the only time that the World Series really did that was with the Apatosaurus. And I wouldn't say this. No, the Sinoceratops. There we go. Apatosaurus, Sinoceratops, and Nosceratops. Those are the only three animals that they really focused on in terms of bringing them back and showcasing them. Other than that, you don't really get anything like that. And that's why it's so upsetting. Right? You claim, like, you feel what I'm saying? Another, I almost knocked down this joke, but another situation of you claim that you're this, but when we see exactly what you're doing, you're not that. Like, don't claim that you're a Jurassic World or a Jurassic Park fan and you just love this movie and you want to see it a certain type of way. And you have it written like this, or you do things like this, or you do things like that. Which is why the TV shows really succeed where the movies fail, the newer movies nowadays. Because at least the TV shows know, okay, let's bring some of these dinosaurs back. Let's showcase the new ones, or showcase those that we haven't really brought in, and let's give them the spotlight. And let's even bring them in for new seasons. That's where Camp Cretaceous and Chaos Theory really shines. And so, aside from all of that, I'm gonna be honest with you. As a Jurassic fan, I don't think I'm looking forward to this next movie that's about to come out, because we already know they're about to come out with a new one. I'm not even looking forward to it, because it doesn't even feel like the franchise anymore. It doesn't feel whimsical. It doesn't feel like there's any danger. It doesn't feel like we're gonna see something new. Because I guarantee you, guess what we're gonna see time and time and time again? That's right. We're gonna see a raptor of some sorts. We're gonna see a T-Rex. And then we're just gonna see some other background dinosaurs that they really don't care and be like, oh, we're diversifying our portfolio, but we're keeping that T-Rex though. Yeah, we have so many different new dinosaurs that are herbivores and flying creatures, but we're keeping that Velociraptor. And look, we have new carnivores. Oh, no more Velociraptor. We got a Triceratops or something that's a raptor. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like, you don't, like, is this how Star Wars fans feel? I feel like this is how Star Wars fans feel like, right? Is like the new content nowadays is so distant from what the original were, to the point where you can't even enjoy the new content. Like, it's so distant from what used to be, to the point where now when you look at what's coming out that's new, you're like, why would you even do that? And I believe that's why people just don't like the newer movies nowadays. It's the same thing. Like, you're basically putting a T-Rex in, you're putting raptors in, no matter what type of raptor it is, as long as it's something that's smart and intelligent that can also hunt the people down. And if that's the case, why not put in another dromaeosaur like Trollodons? Like, they are literally the smartest creatures known. Trollodons are way more intelligent than raptors, and scientifically more larger. But because of the fact that, I'm gonna be honest with you, even with movie makers, they just want monsters. They don't want, I don't even want to say they don't want scientific accuracy. They don't want people to actually enjoy those movies. They just want cash grabs. They just want freaking more money, more money, more money. That's all those people want. Like, all they want are just cash grabs. All they want is just money over and 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 over again. They don't ever want to make anything new. And that's what's really upsetting, is the fact that, how are you gonna cater to the people who are willing to give you money? And that's what's messed up. Imagine you have a group of people willing to give you money, and yet you don't act in a way that caters to them. Like, how are you supposed to get more money? Because I guarantee you, you would have more of a box office. You would have more box office sales, more toy sales, more merchandising sales, if you actually made something that was good. You have a franchise. You have a moneymaker here. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. You have a franchise. You have a moneymaker in the palm of your hands. You have way more than enough technology to make it happen, and yet you don't even act on it. Like, what's the point of having something that can make a whole bunch of money if you're just gonna flop on it? If you're just gonna make something that's subpar, right? Like, what's the point of having the ingredients for a pizza if you're just gonna make a tomato sandwich? Like, it's okay, but it's not good. It's not as good as it could be. And that is what they are constantly doing to so many other people that's not even of Star Wars, that's not of Jurassic, that's not even of My Little Pony. I'm gonna even bring them in. Like, they don't cater to their fans, and they don't cater to anyone new who wants to get into that series. So what do you think is gonna happen? What do you think is gonna happen when people finally realize, oh, the fans that are actually making something are actually making something that's not only catering to us, but it's actually what we've been wanting to see for a long time? That's right. You're gonna have so many people go to the fan-made things because the fans actually understand what people want to see. Meanwhile, the movie makers are really struggling to try to get more sales, and you could have the fans get more sales and way more in terms of potency of how much money that people of the fans of their series, of a fan series, is actually gonna make from that. And because of that, that's why these movie makers are really scrambling nowadays to try to appease everybody. You're trying to please everyone instead of trying to make something good. And you're afraid to take risks despite that. And that's why it's just so freaking upsetting nowadays. Like, if y'all just focused on making good things instead of trying to put something out that's for the money, or just so you can stay relevant so you can make more money off of that, I guarantee you'd have way more. I don't know, bro. And the reason I just don't know is because of the fact that as a billionaire, millionaire, trillionaire, like, if you're thinking in terms of, okay, how can I get as much money as possible? You would focus on somebody who's a freaking fan. Like, if you really wanted to go drain people's pockets, you would give them the best. You wouldn't just dangle something in front of their faces and just hope for the best. You would give them the best, and they would give you more money. And so the fact that these people in suits don't understand that, and yet they control so much of the entertainment industry, like, that's so freaking upsetting. And it's so much of a headache because it's like, bro, if you trying to get money out of people, why not give them something that they're willing to buy? And I keep reiterating, you have a money-making franchise. You have an IP that people are willing to pay for, and yet you want a quick cash grab, or you want to write that off as a business expense. Something about that just disgusts me. Like, you have the opportunity to make so much money, and yet you just want to make sure that you get so much money for taxes back. And and that's just so freaking frustrating. Sometimes I just wish that the right people were sitting at the board. Just not focused on trying to make more money, but focused on trying to make great movies. And if a movie flops, you can write that off. That's the thing about it. Like, because y'all have so much money, you can write so many of those off as a business expense. Especially if it fails or flops, you can write that off. So why even suppress the creativity of the director? Why even reject franchises or new up and coming or just ideas that could actually flourish if you're just gonna freaking bullcrap on it? I ain't even finna cuss on this. Like, why would you take gold and just use it as a coffee holder instead of using it for a conductive circuit? Like, sure, it's your gold, but at the same time, you know you can use it for way more to get way more of what you ever wanted. And I just don't understand it. But again, who knows aside from those who actually have IPs why it is that they do the things that they do? Who knows other than them? Again, who knows other than those type of people exactly why they do the things that they do? And it's just so frustrating. And I was supposed to be doing this freaking coil. Eesh. All right. There we go. Sheesh. I'm over here talking about the entertainment industry. I wasn't even focused on these freaking coils. Oh. Oh. Huh. Hmm. 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 You know, sometimes you really do just gotta relax. Because once you relax, you tend to find the things that are just so interesting. Because I can guarantee you, just relaxing, and you'll just accidentally find something. Huh. I wonder how I can use this. Mmm. Mmm. I could use that. I could use that. I could really use that. Okay, I'm finna write that down. Yeah. $28 stab wounds. Okay. Hold on. Let me try that again. 28 stab wounds inside of that victim. And you saying you don't know who did it? Let me know if y'all got that reference. If you know, you know. I'm your king. If you know, you know. But man, I haven't watched this content in a bit. And I'm still not. Because every time I click on it, he just disappears. Like, how dare you Danny Phantom on me when I get interested in you? And then as soon as I just be like, okay, you're out of sight, out of mind, you want to keep posting. Like, how dare you? How dare you Danny Phantom me? I'm the Danny Phantomer. Don't you Danny Phantom me. Like, how dare you? Okay, so. And boom. Okay. Go to contact. That's either 12 or the hospital. It's probably that meal. Oh no. We've got a breach. Someone help us. I never got the appeal though. Okay. So yeah, that should work. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think it's 7, 6. Nah. No, 7, 6 is 76. Dang. Right, because after 15, that's when they add that word and then the number. I don't know what it is, which is how it's easy to learn how to count in Spanish. Like once you learn 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15, the rest of those numbers are just easy like that. Because I think, 30 is 13, 13, 13, 13, 13, 1. I don't know. I'm gonna have to double check that. But yeah, it's easy to learn numbers in Spanish. The hardest ones are 11 through 19. Those are the only hard ones. Anybody can count from 1 to 10. And 20 outwardly, if you know it, you'll be able to learn it. But after that, but after 10, but before 20, that's where people will have the hardest time. At least I did. If you didn't have a hard time, then congratulations. Here's your cookie. Here's your cookie. Take your cookie. Ah. Okay. I'm probably finna go into this real quick, because I actually do want to try it. So yeah. I'm finna go leave though. Today has been energetic. Nobody has commented for real. So, And as always, stay peaceful, blessed, a miracle up, and know that you will appreciate what's taken care of. You will appreciate what's taken care of. By divine and one above all the highest source of God, as well as everyone that truly and genuinely and namely cares about you deep within their souls. Always remember that here you are loved. We care about you here. No one else does. We do. I do. Know that no matter what, we are always here to give that listening ear. Don't be afraid to talk to us. Don't be afraid to talk with us. We're always here for you when you need that listening ear. Community tab is always on my YouTube. Hit it up. We'll always hear you out and we'll always listen to you. Because no matter what, you matter. If everyone else say you don't matter, I say you matter. Make sure you say that to yourself. Look yourself in the mirror when you get off of here and tell yourself, I matter. Okay? Okay? And don't forget to smile. Okay? Okay! Okay! Now come in for this. Yeah, come in. Yeah. And as always, a shape he said.